Hey everybody, welcome to Hey We're Talking. Got my friend white t-shirt man here. What's your name?
Bob.
Say it again. Bob?
Nice to see you guys.
Okay, Bob. And then Mr. Red Headset. What's up?
Hey Scott, it's Derek. How y'all doing?
I'm pretty good, Derek. How about you?
I'm great.
Good. Hey, I have a topic that I would like to discuss today. It's crazy. I thought I'd do something different. We'd talk about something on the show today. Here's the idea. I want to know for you guys, I'll tell you quickly my deal. I go through these things where I have, it's almost kind of like spring fever, where I get the bug to buy a car, to get a new vehicle. And I've always wondered if I'm the only guy in the world that has that problem. I know that's not the truth because my dad passed it on to me. He has the same issue. Do you guys have that itch to get a new car? And how often do you get the itch if you get it? Derek, how about you?
I don't get it too terribly often. Usually it's been a lack of fundage, lack of money to do that. But last year we got into it. I got the itch to buy a new car, and I went ahead and did it. I done did it.
What'd you get?
2016 Ford Mustang.
Dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know if this was on one of our shows, if in between a show, you told us something about that vehicle that happened recently.
Okay. Well, let me give you a little. I'll give you a little background first. Of at work, one of the nurses I worked with, she had bought herself a new Dodge Challenger.
That's on my list.
Really,
by the way.
Really amazing. No, Charger. She got herself one of the souped-up Chargers.
Okay. Yeah, that's
really
it, the Charger.
nice.
Yeah. No, wait a minute. Which one is it? The Challenger is the longer one, right? It looks more
Yeah.
old school. Okay, that's the one I want. Go ahead.
Yeah, that is the one you want. But that got the bug going, and I really thought I wanted to get a BMW, like a 2 Series.
Yeah, but we talked about when you win the lottery, that's what you're going to get. You get a BMW.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but I was going to get like the version that you can actually get and kind of afford.
Yeah.
Here, and we did. We went to the BMW dealership, and I talked to the French, some Euro guy, Lionel.
Okay.
His name was Lionel. His card said Lionel, but he said, "I'm Leo." I'm like, "You're Lionel." Yeah. Anyway, tested it. Really got the bug, but a few months later, I decided to go with a Ford Mustang. Really awesome. And the other day, I did get it up to its top speed attainable, 122.
Wow.
Now, do you have the 6 or the 8?
The 4-cylinder, actually.
Oh, you even have the 4. Okay, which it's still fun, I bet. Because I remember driving one of those, and it was still pretty fun.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who are like, that's not a real Mustang.
Yeah,
but
it is.
compared to other 4-cylinders, compared to other vehicles I've had, that thing accelerates super fast, and it gets power when I need it. And the modern 4-cylinder Mustangs are more powerful and faster than the old 8-cylinder Mustangs of like even the 80s, I do believe.
Is that an EcoBoost?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why it's got get up and go. You're right. Go ahead, Bob.
So I actually got to last time I was in Raleigh. This was quite a while ago, but for my rental car, I wound up getting a 2016 Ford Mustang.
Nice.
And it was one of the 6-cylinders. Kind of that grayish silver color. I don't know what they call it, like a smoke gray or whatever. Man, that thing was so fun. That thing was so awesome. It was so fast. Getting onto like the highway, you just kind of come around the turn normal, and as soon as you get on that on ramp, man, just punch it and boom, cutting the curve into the corner. It was so much fun, man. I had a blast with that thing for a week, and I went to go pick up my boss at the airport, and he's like, "Really? You got a Mustang?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. It was my choice." He goes, "Well, you're driving this week." I'm like, "Cool, let's go."
I am. Yeah.
We got everywhere pretty dang fast.
Yeah, I end up what happens is it's like every couple of years, and it's usually in the springtime I kind of get the bug for a new car, because growing up, I think I may have told you guys this before, but it was like an event when we went to get a new car. I don't know if you guys had that when you guys were kids growing up, when your parents got a new vehicle. It was like a huge thing, because my dad worked for one of the big three automotive companies, and so we would end up going to the dealership, and my dad would be like, he brought us all. That was the thing. And I'm just looking back and like, can you imagine bringing little kids and we would be at the dealership literally for 6 hours. I mean, it was like a huge ordeal. So we'd go, and my dad would say, all right, I'm not saying anything about the fact that I work for the company, because he didn't want him to know that he got the discount until he got the best deal, and then he wanted the discount,
Yep.
On top of it. So he would haggle with these guys over the trade-in. The trade-in was like the biggest deal in the world, whatever car he had. He'd say, all right, I got this car out here. How much are you going to give me for it? And the guy would say a number, and my dad would just go, ha! He would always laugh at the guy, no matter, even if it was close to what he actually wanted, he would always, ha! All right, I guess we're going somewhere else. And then he'd stand up. It was just like in Seinfeld when George is like, we'll walk right out of here. He would do that every time we went.
That's awesome.
It was just fun. So I just remember that. And then after we got the car, so you'd have to wait. They have to prep it, They wash it and do all the things to it. They'd bring it around. We'd get in it. We'd drive around a little bit, and then we'd go out to eat somewhere. So that was a big deal whenever my dad got a new car. So I think it probably just got burned into my brain that it's just this exciting new feeling of getting a new vehicle. It's like this ordeal, and it was just fun. So I get a little itch every once in a while.
Yeah, my big itch is when I see I drive a pickup truck, have for quite some time, and when I see these new trucks come out, and I know I cannot afford one.
Yeah.
Could I possibly swing it? Maybe, but I don't want a $600 or $700 car payment a month. And the trucks I like are these big beefy $60,000, $70,000 trucks, and it's like, I'm not going to spend $60,000 or $70,000 on a truck.
My first house was $54,000.
It's amazing how high-priced vehicles are, especially trucks in the Midwest. I've noticed that if you get out of the Chicago area and look for trucks, they're way cheaper. Way cheaper.
I thought the same thing, but they're super expensive down here too, man.
Yeah, well, I look like Alabama, Mississippi, things like that, and they're
brand
way
new?
cheaper than they are up here. No, just used trucks.
Okay.
And they're way cheaper than they are up here. So, like me, the 2017, 16, 17 Ford Raptor F-150. I mean, this is a beefy, monstrous off-road truck. I've seen a lot of the Chevys like that too, that are just these big, beefy sport trucks that are awesome. But it's way, way out of my price range.
But the Raptor, the reason that one's really expensive is because it's like got a race car engine in it. I mean, it's like super fast.
Well, that doesn't mean I don't like it.
Right.
So when I see these things come out, I get an itch, and like the new Mustangs that are coming out for 2017, 2018 that I've seen, they look awesome, and I love the Mustangs, but I'd want to get the SVT Mustang, or the up here we have these Roush Racing Mustangs that are all beefed up and just these, super fast Mustangs. But again, you're talking $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 for these things.
Yeah, no. I had one truck, and I bought it. Well, I ended up leasing it when Cheryl and I were probably like only married for like 5 or 6 years. I got a Ford F-150 extended cab, leather seats. I mean, I went all in on it, and that was one of my favorite vehicles ever. But I've never had a truck since then, because they're just so freaking expensive. It's unbelievable. Every time I go to look at the Ford website and see, because they have deals all the time on these things. The incentives are crazy, and they'll be like $8,000 cash. And I'm like, wow, $8,000 off the car. And then you go and you look how much the truck is, and you're still paying like $35,000 for it. I'm like, are you insane?
It's amazing, and you wonder at what point that price will come down, but I don't see it coming down. With labor costs, insurance costs, yada, 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 those prices just keep going up. My wife and I, we did buy her a new car just recently. She was rear-ended in her other car, and that was out of service for a while, and we wound up getting my wife a 2016 Nissan Sentra. Reason we went with the Nissan is 0% financing if you had good credit, and we did. And I have a 7-year, 75,000-mile warranty on it, bumper to bumper.
Booyakasha.
So it's like, dude, anything goes wrong with that car, they take care of it. I think
Thanks,
there's like,
Nissan. We love you.
yeah, and
No, I don't.
it's
As a matter of fact.
well, it's actually like 3 minutes up the road, free car wash for life.
Nice.
So that's just kind of cool. So
Derek, did you get a free car wash with your Mustang?
Yeah, they washed it once.
I'm
but I'll
saying
wash
for,
it the
for
rest of
life.
the-
No.
no.
No, what's funny is as we were finalizing the papers, they're like, "Do you want your truck washed?" I'm like, "Here's the keys. Go wash it."
Nice.
I'm cool with that.
The place where we lived in Ohio, I bought probably while we lived there, I got 3 or 4 different cars over the time that we were there. And they had free car washes anytime. You just drove up and went into this thing and it washed your car and then you pulled out. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, so I don't know where to go with this except for it sounds like all of us kind of get the itch. It's just a matter of what we can afford and what we can't. And yeah. But I think one of the things I've been trying to do the older I get, I'm not good at it yet, but trying to buy used because you can get so much more car. I mean, you just lose so much money when you buy new. But part of the thing is I have that thing inside of me that's like, I want a car that's only been touched by me. Because you never know. It's just like when you get a house. You never know what people have done to it. But I don't know. That's just me.
I don't want anybody else's butt in my truck seat.
I'm more worried about what they've done or what they're hiding from me in the used car. Because I don't know how to find out if anything's wrong with a car. Okay, I have no mechanical experience.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's always scary, but I've got my truck is that I traded in for. I don't know, a year ago.
That thing was a pain in the butt.
My first one was a 2004 Dodge Ram 2500, which was just had the front end shaking. It's called the death wobble. I had to get rid of that thing, and then I wound up getting a 2009 Chevy Silverado extended cab, not the quad cab, but the extended cab, and it only had 40,000 miles on it. And I got a good deal on it, and I've had no problems with it, luckily.
Boom. There you go.
Yeah.
But the death wobble, I can't believe you didn't just hold on to it. I mean, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the death wobble, just go on YouTube, search
Check out
Dodge
Death Wobble.
and you'll see it's absolutely crazy.
The Dodge Death Wobble.
And somehow it wasn't part of their major recall.
On that note, we'll just leave the show there with the Death Wobble.
But
And,
Dodge, if you want a sponsor, hey, we're talking.
yeah, no kidding, Dodge. Get on here and get yourself a little sponsorship of the show. That or BMW. We could go with that. Too.
Yeah.
If all of us got a BMW, that'd be okay.
Or at least give Derek one. He deserves it.
give Derek really loves
He's a
your
first
products.
responder. Give him one.
Yeah, he likes to dream about driving your cars. So why don't you go ahead and just give Derek one of those?
Yeah, that'd be
All
great.
right. So thanks for listening.
guys.
We appreciate you. And you know all this stuff. Do I need to tell them again? HeyWe'reTalking.com?
You know what? Just share our stuff on Facebook
Yeah.
and go review us on iTunes.
Let
That's
your
it.
friends know about it because when we are mad, just crazy famous, you'll be on the ground floor and we'll remember you forever.
We will. Yep.
We'll never
I'm just
forget
glad I'm just happy people are watching and listening.
Oh,
So
look
thank
at
you
that.
all.
See, that's another
Yeah, we've
reason.
hit a nice milestone on Podbean, which is our app, over 500 downloads. So we're just
Oh yeah, we're kicking butt. 500. Yeah. Shut. Why are you telling people that's so lame?
you know, hey, no, it's the truth. That's a good thing. We need you to share our stuff so we can get to 1,000 and then 80 million.
Yes. On that note, BMW, we will be awaiting your call.
Yep, we will.